Hello, everyone, and welcome to the lower bracket finals for AD2L's Challenger League. We have Big Dingoes versus Island in the Sun. I will be your host tonight, Paravane. And as we get started here, teams are going to go ahead and get their bands going. I did not read the patch notes, so I'm going to be straight with you. I have no idea what the... Oh, God, they changed the ban order. They thought they made it pick. Ban. Oh, well. All the bands to start with, and then some picks.
Now. Radiant gets to ban.
I'm also absolute garbage at drafting, so I'm not going to be able to tell you if what these teams are thinking.
5 seconds. 4, 3, you get it.
I will say, if there's any issues with my audio, I am on a 5-minute delay, so I won't know what those issues are until I see y'all say something in chat.
Radiant's up. Banning time. Ten seconds.
I know last patch, Spirit Breaker was an absolute menace. Dingoes love to run the Spirit Breaker.
10 seconds. All right, Dyer's turn.
All right, we finally have the first pick coming out for Island in the Sun. Let's see what they're going to open up with here.
Radiant's up.
Island in the Sun has taken the Undying as their first pick.
All right, Dyer gets to ban.
And Big Dingoes counter it immediately with Snapfire. They do not want to deal with that Tombstone in these fights. While I'm still waiting on things to get rolling, I'm actually going to mute my desktop audio for a minute while I check out the stream to make sure things look and sound good. All right. I'm going to leave this muted because, of course, as I said, I'm on a 5-minute delay, so it'll take a minute before y'all actually hear a word I'm saying. All right, so the Dingoes have banned out the Doom. This has been a problem in the past. This has been a problem in the past for the Dingoes, especially against Island in the Sun. I don't know if a little bit of commentary here is Island in the Sun is the team that knocked the Dingoes down into the lower bracket to begin with. So this is a redemption for the Dingoes in this story arc we got going here. Deuce is another fan favorite of the Island in the Sun players. And if you also look, you notice Island in the Sun has banned out the Monkey King and the Silencer against the Dingoes, 2 signature heroes for them. And Dingoes have responded with a Razor pick. Island in the Sun pick up the Tide Hunter and the Hoodwink. And I was busy messing around on another monitor because I'm a bad caster. All right, I just got a test of my audio levels, and for some reason, I am coming through mono. I don't know why I'm only coming through on one mic. How do I fix this? I have no idea, but I'm going to try to figure it out. Because let me tell you, I hate it when I'm listening to something and it's only coming through one earphone. So I think I just fixed it. We will see. I will check in about 5 minutes on the stream side and see how that goes. It did seem like I was a little quiet, so I am going to turn myself up a smidge. All right, I'm going to get back to the draft because I've totally been distracted. Sorry, guys. BigDingos pick up the Warlock. He got a few major changes this last patch. His Fatal Bonds now summons the same imps that the Shard for Upheaval did.
10 seconds. 5 seconds. Dyer's turn to pick.
Excuse my cough there. Dingoes have picked up Troll Warlord, and this is more than likely going to be their one. I am actually unfamiliar with the changes on this hero because I did not read the patch notes. Again, I'm a bad caster. But you know what a good caster would do is they would pull up the patch notes for these hero changes onto another screen so they can provide the commentary on said changes. So I'm going to try to do just that, and I'm sure I'm still going to fuck this up. All right, let's go down to Warlord. That's a Storm Spirit picked up for Island in the Sun. There seems to be a huge lag when I switch between Dota and another monitor. So I'm actually just gonna stop doing that for a little bit.
We're 10 seconds out. Plenty of time to tell an announcer you love them.
Actually, I think it's only if it's something that cuts through. So okay, yeah, that keeps going.
Radiant gets the ban.
Let me go ahead and put a little chat.
Five seconds.
Excuse my cough. I actually do not have a mute on this microphone, so unfortunately, y'all are gonna hear some background crap, and I'm sorry. I'll do my best to cover it, but it is incredibly sensitive, so we'll see how that actually goes. I am scrolling down to the Warlord changes here to see what the differences are.
10 seconds. 5 seconds. 4, 3, you get it.
We have a Morphling band and a Windrunner band. If I'm not mistaken, though, I'm still looking for the Warlord changes. I believe they just changed his shard. Yeah, basically his shard is a shotgun now. It just fires off an extra axe when he's in the ranged mode. And gives bonus attack range. That bonus attack range alone is pretty big. Where the band coming out from the BigDingos here.
10 seconds. We're starting in 5 seconds, with or without you. Dyer's turn to pick.
And the last band will be the Dragonite. Alright, so I'm getting confirmation that my single ear audio has been fixed. Fantastic.
Ten seconds.
What will Island in the Sun finish with here?
Weaver.
Weaver has been picked up for Island in the Sun. I also haven't looked at his changes. Because again, I'm bad at Dota. That's why I switched to casting. It looks like they reworked his Aghanim shard. Procs Geminate during Sakuchi Invisibility. That's going to be fun to see how that goes. We have Dingo's last pick, the Axe. This is a 2K special. He loves to jump, call, and kill. Awesome, awesome. This looks like a mid-raiser. We have a 5-position Warlock, 4-position Snapfire, Axe in the 3, Storm playing Troll on the 1. I don't remember Island in the Sun's roster well enough to know who goes where, but I'm going to make the assumptions that GameBro is going to be playing Weaver on the 1, Chimp is going to be playing Storm Spirit on the 2, to Noob and Gremlin, they're going to go to the support roles, and that is, of course, Blanket Man on Tidehunter for the Pause 3. We'll reintroduce everyone once the game actually gets started here. I do need to close the stream on the other monitor, because that's super distracting. I don't know why I thought that'd be a good idea. All right. So as the game gets started off here, we have BigDingos grouping up and heading top. And we'll go ahead and get the roll call going. We have Storm playing Pause 1 Troll Warlord. Achilles Last rocking the Warlock. Ah, I love to see the good lucks going both ways. I love me some sportsmanship. Razor is being played by the Void Hunter for mid. 2K holding down to the Axe. Teams are playing Ring Around the Rosie. They are nowhere near each other right now, so I think this is just going to be a 2-for-2 rune both ways. Sosop Jolin on the Snapfire. And when we go over to the Island of the Sun, we have Gambro on the Weaver. Chimp on the Storm Spirit. Blanket Man as the Tidehunter. Gremlin as your Hoodwink. And the Undying is being played by none other than the Noob. Okay, it looks like the mid is meeting up here.
All right, let's
Get
play this
the
thing.
last
I'm
hits
still
pulled
learning
up.
what I threw together in my spare time. Hope you like it.
Fish food. Unfortunate.
Ugh, Chick-fil-A's trying to come back up. All right, so it looks like Gremlin is the 4 player for the side of Island in the Sun. So I apologize, guys, if I didn't know your roster quite so well. All right, and the lanes seem like they are solidifying now. We're going to have the Weaver Undying going into Axe Snapfire. This is looking like a very two-pronged approach, and I mean that as in the Weaver is going to make Axe have quite a bad day. The Undying is also going to make the Axe's life quite sad. All that strength still is going to be difficult for him. And of course, the Snapfire should be holding a little Shredder charge purely to shut down the Undying Tombstone. If we head bottom, we have the Hoodwink Tidehunter into the Warlock and this Troll Warlord. I am not very good at this alone. I usually have somebody else with me, but nobody else wanted to be with me, so casting alone tonight. I have chat with me, though. Uh-oh. Billy's last been stunned up. He's got the heal on him, though, but he has been bloodstoned, and he'll be just fine. Take a look at mid. Got 7-3 on the Storm Spirit versus the 5-2 for the Razor. This is going to be expected. The Razor is just going to have Troll Outlets hitting against the Storm Spirit. What do we got going on top? Axe is getting awfully low here. Uh-oh. So is Gambro. That Battle Hunger up the Tombstone is down, and Sosa John did not pick up, and that's a first blood for Tanoob on the Axe. Oh, and second blood for Gambro. That's a wonderful start for the Island and the Sun guys up on the top lane. Looks like some people are getting pretty low on the bottom. Let's go take a look. Tidehunter, he's just going to kind of walk back. It's a Tidehunter. He doesn't care. He wants to be hit.
I'd shut my eyes right now.
Storm is just farming away here. The wave is currently in the top, up underneath the Radiant Tower. Axe is going to get him some much needed last hits and a level. I believe when those first bloods happened, I don't know if I should have checked the levels. That could have been the big deciding factor there. Ooh, Warlock is real low. And so is Gremlin. Storm is wailing the maxes his way, and Gremlin's just going to walk away. Alright. Take a look at what's going on mid lane. Not a whole lot going on mid lane. I don't think we're really going to see anything until probably level 5 and 6 here. Currently, Void has the level advantage over the Storm, but, you know, not by a lot. These last hit and denies are actually really close. 15-5 against the 17-4. And of course, Island in the Sun spamming all the fun chat lines.
Stupendous.
Top lane, nothing exciting happening. Let's go ahead and take a look at items here. We have Axe. Of course, he's rushing that Vanguard. He's going to need it against the Weaver's ranged attacks, just wailing into him constantly. Snapfire, you know, universal hero. She's going to get stats. That's it. Nothing really exciting happening there. Weaver is heading for his wand, and then his Maelstrom. I'm looking over at the chat. What was I doing? Oh yeah, Undying. And Undying is typical support items. Nothing big happening here, just some last hits and some farm. That's about all that's happening in all these lanes. No one's really trying to get kill potential. This is the loser of this game will be moving on to game 2. The loser of the series is going to be knocked out. So this is that's probably why the drafting phase was a little bit safe. A lot of comfort heroes both sides. Hoodwink trying to contest this pool, but the damage has already been done. Gilly's just going to kind of bop him a little. Anyway, this is going to be a pretty... Everyone's trying to play safe. I think Game 2 is going to be quite a bit more action-packed once people are settled in, more comfortable. The shock of, oh my god, this is our last chance, will wear off. I'd also like to remind everyone that this is basically a rematch. Island in the Sun is the team that... Ooh, Weaver lost his courier there. I did not get to see what was on it. I think he had delivered his item first. Anyway, sorry. Island in the Sun is the team that knocked the BigDingos down to the lower bracket in the first series of the tournament. So this is redemption. Ooh, Chimp, you're getting a little low there, bud. But you're just gonna hopefully get that 6-minute room, and he got the invis room, but he is very low. But with the invis rune, he's gonna be just fine, and he's gonna pick up a D ward to boot. Good chunk of gold heading his way. Everyone's still just hitting creep.
Don't look now, but Radiant's bottom tower is getting
Uh-oh.
literally...
Storm wants some squirrel.
It's kind of funny.
And the squirrel will just run away. He was just telling him to get away from his creep. That's all he was doing. Achilles gets the shadow word onto him. It's a lot of it's a lot of dot. I think that's only a level 1 shadow. That's a level 2 shadow word. But it'll expire and Gremlin will walk away with 63 HP. We're coming up on the 7-minute wisdom runes, and it looks like both teams are going to grab their own. Sosafjallan is going to pick it up for the side of the Dingoes, and Gremlin's going to pick it up for the side of Island in the Sun. Max picked up a big call onto the Weaver, but not enough spins yet. That's only a level 2 spin. But he's getting pretty low himself. I appreciate that, Milweezy. Ooh, Axe picked up the call on the Undying. Stick popped. Ooh, a bit of miscommunication there from Sosafjallan. He shot the cookie, hoping the Axe would get it, and that is a kill for Gambro. And I missed a kill bottom. Looks like Storm picked up Gremlin. Alright, so like I said, things starting to get active. Oh, Blanket Man is getting low. Storm has hit level 6. And Storm picked up a double kill in the bottom lane. That is huge for the Dingoes. Let's go take a look at the mid lane again. Chimp has an arcane rune. That's pretty big for Storm Spirit. It looks like he's going to saunter his way top. Nope, just going to do some farming. My bloodlust will not be sated today. Storm just doing a bit of farming again, and let's see what's happening bottom. Axe does have his Vanguard, so he's a lot more comfortable just to stay here and take those hits away from the Weaver. Uh-oh. We have an Undying gone mid with the Tombstone, and this looks like they're going to be... Oh! Void Hunter was able to pick off the Undying, and Tanu was able to pick off the Razor, and then the Tombstone will be denied. They're pinging out Gremlin. They see him. Upheaval is down to slow him. The Storm can taste it. Fresh squirrel soup tonight. Gonna chase him. He's gonna chase him deep. He wants this.
Radiant might want to haul some ass down to their bottom tower.
He does have his ulti. And now it looks like Storm's just gonna run away through the trees. And I missed a kill top. Man, I'm bad at this. So John's got the... That little bug is the bane of being a support player. That armor down and they know where you are, which is all of the worst things. Achilles trying that Peevil again.
Don't look now, but
Whirling axes.
Tower is getting open.
Blanket Man's trying to save his favorite squirrel with the slow. And he'll run away under the tower again. Slippery, slippery squirrel. Razor is heading top. Tombstone is down. One of the interactions that a lot of people forget about with the Tombstone. Ooh, Sosef Jalen missed one of those hits. Oh well, it looks like he'll be fine. The zombies make Axe spin like a top. In this situation, it did not help. Axe will go down to the Weaver. Razor came top to try to help out a little bit. But the Weaver's just too slippery. And bottom, we are seeing even more carnage. But Storm Spirit came down to help pick off the Troll Warlord. And they are diving tier 1 to hopefully pick up this Warlock, and they will pick him up. That is still incredibly even across the board. I don't know to do the math in my head fast enough to know the value of these targets. But you know what, let's switch this over to the net worth, and we can see Storm Spirit and Troll Warlord are neck and neck. Weaver and Razor, pretty close. This, again, very even game. It's only a 1k lead for Island in the Sun right now. Everything looks to be going their way. It looks like Axe is rushing the Blink Dagger next, so he's just going to go Vanguard Blink, which is it's going to be necessary if he's going to want to get on top of that Weaver. You're not going to be able to run up to him and get a call off. Alright, let's take a look at items now. It looks like Weaver is 20 gold away from picking up that Maelstrom. Let's go take a look at Troll Warlord, who is not quite 20 gold away from his Battle Fury. Let's see. Let's try not to make this jarring. Sosef Jalen heading straight into the Greaves. He's already got his mana boots. We'll go ahead and mid. Razor has his Falcon Blade and a Windlace. He's going full speed. He wants to keep on top of these heroes, but Island in the Sun picked up quite a bit of slippery heroes. The Hoodwink, Storm Spirit, and the Weaver are going to have easy ways. Ooh. Razor's picked up a haste, and he has chosen to go on the Squirrel. I don't think there's anything Grimmel's going to be able to do here, especially with the Golem down. Mortimer Kiss is coming out. Storm Spirit's going to try to fly away, and he will get away to safety, but that was 2 ults expended for a position for Hoodwink, and it looks like they will get mid-tower out. Oh, and they're going to pick up the Undying as well. I wasn't paying attention to Blanket Man, who has picked up the Meteor Hammer. Both mids fell here. Undying is unfortunately caught in that slow, and the Golem is just wailing on him. Axe comes in, takes a dunk. 2K is here to save the day. I think it's incredibly dumb that the Hoodwink can still ult through being stunned. And we'll go ahead and get a fight recap. Yeah. That definitely benefited the Dingoes a lot. That's 1,000 gold difference going their way. 2 dunks, that's some armor,
Unless it's basketball, football,
and a mid-tower.
rugby, cricket, or curling. But if I was,
And Weaver was doing some chip damage on that top tower. And he'll just kind of... he'll Sakuchi away. He'll be fine. Void's looking for him. Back to hitting creeps, the most fun part. All right, we have a smoke up on the Axe, Axe, Snapfire, and Warlock, and they're hunting. They're done with this Weaver farming. They want him to earn his gold.
smoking rocks.
Both teams have forgotten about the Wisdom Runes. Nope, looks like Undying is going to go pick up the Wisdom Rune for Island in the Sun. Weaver senses something's wrong, and the Weaver got called. He has been found, but he does have a billion ways to get away. Mortimer Kisses are out. Weaver has time-lapse out, and he's just running away. Fight Hunters come in to try to save his Weaver, but you know what? His Weaver is fine. This may not have been... ooh. That is a Ravage down. Meteor Hammer down on the Void Hunter. Axe gets a triple call with creep. That's a huge call. But he wasn't able to get the kill. He dunked too early and it went on cooldown. Storm Spirit came in for a quick cleanup with the DD rune. That was a disaster. That would have went either way. It was way too close.
Man, Radiant does not like Dire's bottom tower.
And Sosif Jalen's going to go pick up that Wisdom Rune. Tidehunter's going to Meteor Hammer that tower. That should drop it pretty quickly.
Radiant's top tower,
Got all 4 levels in Kraken Shell. He doesn't care if his tower's hitting him.
Radiant's top tower just got demolished. Radiant's throwing all they've got at Dire's bottom
Oh,
tower.
they see Sosif Jalen on the high ground. Razor's coming back in. We got 4. Oh, Warlock Golem is down. Fatal Bonds dropped. Slow is down, but the Hoodwink was smart enough to not do it. Tidehunter was trying to Meteor Hammer there, but the Snapfire was smart enough to throw a cookie down and stun him. And that was enough to drop the Storm Spirit. Now nil. Storm Spirit's been called by the axe, but you know what? Unless you can 100 to 0 him, you're not killing him while he's got mana. He's going to get away every time. Storm Spirit's got his Witch Blade, his Falcon Blade. Falcon Blade? Yeah, Falcon Blade. And, you know, Troll Warlord, I'll say this a lot. I've played with Storm. He likes to hit creeps. So that's what he's going to be doing. And this whole time, all this chaos has been happening while they're hunting the Weaver and keeping him from farming. Troll Warlord has been hitting creeps, and it's showing in the net worth. He's got about 1,000 gold on top of this Weaver already. Don't ask me who wins all things equal in a late game situation against Troll Warlord and Weaver. But Storm's hitting creeps. He likes to hit creeps. The Dingoes have smoked up here. Well, at least the axe has. Sosif Jalen just trying to absorb some experience mid. I think the Dingoes are hunting for the Weaver. They want to make sure he is not farming, but they cannot see what I see, and they don't realize the Weaver's on the other side of the map. Ooh, Void has been picked up by the Storm Spirit. What is that called? Eye of the Storm is down, the call is down. Razor's low, but that Warlock slow is brutal. You can't just stand there in it. Blanket Man will pick up the Razor. So that is a mid for a mid again. Oh, Warlock's been grabbed by the, what is that, Bushwhack? Yeah, Bushwhack. But Storm is here, and he has chosen different creeps to hit today. That is an excellent call, directly into Mortimer Kisses. Weaver is trying to get in there, just getting a little chip damage, hoping he can pick off that axe.
Don't look now, but Radiant's bottom tower is getting obliterated.
Axe does have his blade mail almost finished. They are posturing on this tier 2 tower top. They are wanting it to drop.
Bottom tower is getting obliterated.
Oh, whoops. That is way more sensitive than I thought it was. I am sorry, guys. Why can't I scroll out? Oh well. There we go. I had the wrong config set. I'm sorry, guys. Alright. And it is back to hitting creeps for both sides, but they are... Island in the Sun do not want to let the tier 2 tower go. That's a lot of tasty farm up in this top area for Gambro to hit creeps with and get gold. He is now sitting at a 1,500 gold deficit against that storm. I keep wanting to say it's very confusing when Storm Spirit is in the game and Big Dingoes have a guy named Storm. Oh, that is a huge call, and that is Undying deleted. Next up is the Hoodwink. Absolutely, just there was nothing that could have been done. That was full HP to nothing, and Island in the Sun don't want to fight without their supports, so I think they're just going to let this tower drop. And when you have a Troll Warlord, that's kind of the only option once he's gotten free reign to smack your towers. Oh, well, he's going to hit creeps too, because that's what Storm likes to do. Weaver has moved over to the triangle. Alright, let's take a look at items now. We have Troll Warlord picking, he's finished off his Yasha, he's about to pick up his Shard, and they're going straight into the Roche Pit. You know, he's only level 10, he doesn't have the talent yet. This is going to be a pretty quick Roche in favor of the Dingoes. Boy, oh boy, this is exciting watching that HP bar go slowly lower and lower. Riveting journalism here, folks. Oh god, I can't tell where that scan came from, if it was Dire or Radiant now, because there's charges. That was a Island in the Sun scan trying to see, they're wanting to recapture their jungle here. Okay. They ran down and finished up the Roche.
Not the most accurate name, was it?
Aegis on the Warlord. He has Sanj and Yasha. He has his Battle Fury. He is working on that shard. He is battle ready. How does that look for the Weaver? The Weaver is... yeah, he's going to need that Lincoln Sphere. Weaver's problem, that Lincoln Sphere is not going to save him against the Axe Call. That's going to be his biggest thing, and the only thing he can really do there is just avoid it. Get on the back line, pick the supports, and run.
Things are looking dire for Dire's bottom tower. Wow, that was unintentional. Forget I said that. Their bottom tower is in trouble, though.
Undying trying to finish up his Greaves, which are going to be a pretty big help. It should help avoid some dunks. Excuse me, guys. Alright. Troll Warlord's wailing at the tower. Storm Spirit dives in. Ooh, and that is the Golem drop, but it didn't hit a single hero on the side of Island in the Sun. Ravage is down. What the hell is this anchor thing? Man, I really need to read the patch notes. Storm has committed the ult. This is... he committed the ult before his Aegis. This is... oh, that's his first life down. He's got... Warlock and Razor are no longer alive. He's just going to try to get away at this point. Mortimer kisses as a cover fire, but he is picked up by the Bushwhack. They are trying to save this Troll Warlord at all costs. Storm Spirit zips in, gets the slow, but he does not have quite enough mana to finish that off. Storm's continuing to run. It looks like Sosok Jalen is going to be some tasty, tasty baits to let the Troll Warlord get away. Is his TP up? He's got a TP up. I believe he is... nope, he did not TP out. He's just going to hang around. Island and the Sun are going to stay here, though, and they're going to push this wave back out. They did not like their Tier 2 tower getting slammed into there.
Don't look now, but Radiant's bottom tower is getting obliterated. You can tell Dire's middle
Danube has
tower is
dropped the tombstone on the high ground here. That is definitely a vision tomb. Just so they know, if anybody on Dingoes walks up, they will see them. They will know what's going on behind this Tier 2 tower. 2K is up in the jungle, hitting creeps. Nice TPing back down. Storm Spirit's sitting over in the corner. He's hiding. He's waiting. But oh, he's going to get spotted out. And he zips off. Up onto the pillar. 2K gets a call on the Storm Spirit and the Tidehunter. He whiffs the ult. He's now broken. Axe gets a wonderful call onto the Weaver, but you know, will they be able to drop him? They will. He was not... oh, time-lapse was on cooldown anyway. Alright, I need to go look at Tide. Because what the hell is that anchor? Dead in the water. New Ag Shard. Because Tide didn't have enough... oh, I guess he did lose the Hume thing. I don't know what the hell it's called. The Tendril. Did they move it to a shard? Nope, they just got rid of it. That skill's just gone. In the graveyard of Volvo's skills, along with the poor man's shield. So, where did that meteor hammer come from? And that is a dead, undying. Axe is in the back. They were able to pick off. There is no supports left on Island in the Sun. Blanket Man has dropped the Ravage. Geminate onto the... Geminate, right? Nope, Swarm. One of the swarm bugs on the axe. He'll get it dropped down. And Axe has got on top of the Storm Spirit. And he is down. You know, I thought that was a dingo hammer I saw a minute ago, but that was definitely a Tide hammer. Storm's just running in, and that's tied down. That's 4 down on the side of Island in the Sun, but the supports will be back up in just a couple seconds. And Storm's going to go back and pick up that tasty farm, pushing into the mid lane, while the Dingoes posture here, I believe they're going to go. It looks like they're heading for the Dire Torm. Anyway, back to what I was saying earlier about the names. We have Storm playing Troll Warlord, and we have Chimp playing Storm Spirit. And I keep wanting to call Storm Storm and Storm Spirit Storm, so I'm making everything extra confusing for everybody. So I am sorry about that, guys. And I guarantee you next game, we're going to have Void Hunter playing against Void of one of the Faceless Void or Void Spirit or one of the other Void heroes to make things even more confusing. But let's go see what's happening mid. It looks like Storm Spirit's just poking at the Troll Warlord, reminding him, hey, I'm still in this match. We're seeing a net worth currently of 8k up on the BigDingos. Troll Warlord is 6-1. Island in the Sun need to figure out a way to shut him down here. He does not have BKB, and he is not building towards BKB, so a Halberd would be huge for the Island in the Sun boys. It doesn't look like any of them are working on it at the moment, but that Halberd would at least give them a brief window of Troll Warlord not attacking. Uh-oh. The Dingoes are hunting for this Weaver. They smell him. They smell bug. Did they bring their raid today? Island in the Sun pick their outpost back up. Alright, let's take a look at the graph and see what Volvo says about all this. There's an 84% win rate in the favor of BigDingos. 7k gold net worth. Things are looking a little bleak for the Island in the Sun boys. And currently you can see the Dingoes are cutting the farm off. Weaver can't farm top, he can't farm mid, and it'd be dangerous for him to try, but I guess he could probably get into the Radiant jungle there. And that would help a little bit. But he has been relegated to the triangle along with the rest of his team. And the Dingoes know where their whole team is. They're going to clean up their own triangle. They are grouped up. And I smell a smoke play coming out from Sosif. Mortimer Kisses is up. Dingoes have all of their ultimates, but they are running into a Ravage. Which that may be the saving grace here for Island in the Sun. If they can get a good Ravage and drop a couple of these Dingo heroes before they can lock down and drop the supports of Island in the Sun, maybe they could sustain long enough and maybe kill this Troll Warlord.
If you're in the vicinity of Dire's top tower, I'd put on a hard hat. That baby is coming down.
All right, Dingoes are knocking on the door for Island in the Sun. They're starting to crack this high ground. I don't know if that still affects towers.
Dire's top tower.
That's what I get for not reading patch notes. I don't know if this is the trade Island in the Sun is going to want here. I don't know if you trade a tier 2 for a tier 3. And it looks like the Dingoes are going to respond. They're going to blink down. That is a huge call. That picks up the Undying and the Storm Spirit. The Undying is going to get dunked and killed. Storm Spirit looks like he's just going to PP out. So will Tidehunter. So I only got the Undying, but they did manage to save their tier 2 tower. Still at half health. Achilles has picked him up a Gem of Truth Sight here. When did he pick it up? God only knows. I've only been paying attention to what's going on. At this point in the game, I would be asking my co-caster, what does Island in the Sun need to pull themselves out of this deficit? Because I don't know the answer, because I'm bad at Dota. Let's see. Alright. The Dingoes are pushing up mid and bottom lane. They are trying to completely enclose Island in the Sun into their base. Achilles is going to pick up the outpost along with Troll Warlord. And Roche is being pinged out for Dingoes. I believe that is their next step, as they are going to Roche and then high ground. Achilles putting that gym to work. He has already dewarded at least 2 observers that I've seen. Looks like Island in the Sun is going after Roche themselves. This could be the boon they need. Bit of gold, Aegis, and a cheese. Dingoes don't seem like they've sniffed this one out yet. I bet they're thinking the Island in the Sun guys are locked up in their base. So Storm continues to do what Storm does. He is hitting creeps and selling something, and he is back to hitting creeps again, as the Storm does. Oh, he's heading towards Roche. And he comes in, he sees Roche drop, he goes, never mind, I'm out, we're done. Y'all have fun. Alright, let's see what Weaver is doing. Weaver has picked up Lincoln's Falcon Blade, and he is about to finish up that Scotty. He's got enough gold for it. I believe he's saving for buyback, though. But he did just pick up that Aegis. He may just go ahead. Yep, looks like he's heading straight to Secret Shop. He's going to pick up that Scotty. Yep, there we go. That could be big. Oh, what's happening here? Just both teams poking a little bit. And Storm has found him an Undying. And a Weaver stunned on the slow of the Warlock. Warlock is Yulesed up. The slow is gone. Warlord's ult is out. Weaver's low. That is the Aegis. Cheese was just eaten on the Storm Spirit, and he'll zip away. Warlock dropped the Golem just in time to stop that Weaver from getting out. Weaver has used time-lapse, but he time-lapsed right into the Golem. That is death through Aegis and time-lapse. And then Troll has found him a Storm Spirit. There is no buyback on Weaver or the Storm Spirit. Oh, and Axe has picked up him a couple call. Gremlin saved the Axe, or saving his Tidehunter with the Yules, but unfortunately the Troll Warlord is on a warpath. He found him, he ran in. That is a dead Tide. It looks like the Dingoes are going to pick up the bottom racks without much fuss here. That is the glyph down. Oh, Axe found the Undying again right as he respawned. He didn't get to play the game for very much. He does have buyback. Tidehunter also has buyback. That is the bottom racks dropping in favor of the Dingoes. I feel the redemption in the Dingoes' hearts. I played in the game with Dingoes versus Island in the Sun for the very first series of the tournament, and I was there when they knocked us into the lower bracket. This is before I broke my thumb and can't play anymore. So I feel the redemption in their hearts, personally. But I also feel the bleakness that Island in the Sun is probably feeling right now, because Island in the Sun has put us in that position before and made me feel the bleakness, so. Tide eating a nice tasty wave up top. And he's now working on the Halberd. I think it's a little late for that. Let's take a look at that graph again. Yeah, 95%. That is 5% chance the Island in the Sun can pull this out. The Dingoes need to make a mistake for them to be lucky enough to get here. Danube needs to live for longer than 10 seconds in a team fight so he can get some of his spells down and save his buddies with heals. Storm Spirit found him a Sosif Jolin, and there wasn't enough CC to keep him locked down long enough to drop him. Storm hitting creeps. He has picked up an Abyssal Blade. That's, well, you know what? He'll have to get through that Lincoln's, and he does not have a way of popping that Lincoln's, so he's going to have to rely on his team to pop the Lincoln's if he's going to Abyssal that Weaver down. Weaver has a Scotty. I don't know what he's working on next. Let's see, did they change this shard? No. Working on the Boomerang. The Boomerang is a great high ground equalizer. Just keep throwing it down, making everybody, I believe it does magic weakness? Movement slow, yeah. And spell weakness. That is most of the halberd onto the Tidehunter, though. Storm got. Ags on Storm is going to be big. And this is the position the Dingoes wanted Island in the Sun in. However, there is no Aegis on their side, so high ground's a little more risky. This is where the throws happen a lot of the time in these games. You think you're strong enough for high ground, you go for it, you get wiped, and that is just a bunch of gold going to someone else. And Storm is not with the Dingoes. I don't know if Island in the Sun know this. They are smoked up. Weaver's in the back. He's looking to hopefully grab him one of these supports. But the Dingo supports are they're not easy to drop. That's a Snapfire with nearly 2,000 HP, and Warlock has a huge strength gain that I don't think people pay much attention to. He gets 3 strength a level. About the same of his intellect gain. So he's not exactly an easy support to kill unless you catch him off guard. Let's see, did he take my favorite talent? He did. He got the upheaval attack speed, which will help secure this high ground. And that is the tier 3 tower dropped for the top lane. Dingoes are playing it safe. They're not just rushing it immediately. They drop the tower and they're gonna refocus, see what they can do. Storm Spirit goes in. Oh, and the triple grab, but Razor got the BKB off in time. And a huge call for Axe. Oh, and the cleave from the Troll Warlord. Oh, it's taking out the entire team. That is 2 buybacks on the Storm Spirit and the Tidehunter. Weaver has buyback, but he's holding it. He doesn't want to waste it yet. Another triple grab. Oh, but the call only hit the Tidehunter this time. Axe is getting low. Troll Warlord's getting low. He does not have his ult, and Axe is going to drop. Troll Warlord. Oh, Jim is on the ground because Warlock died at some point in that. And that is what Island in the Sun needed. That is that high ground defense where everyone in this bracket just underestimates. They tried to run that high ground and they got wiped. That was a huge, huge gold swing. There was 2 buybacks on the side of Island in the Sun. 3 buybacks on the side of Island in the Sun. And even with those 3 buybacks, that is a 5,000 gold swing in favor of the Island in the Sun guys. They are not out of this yet. They don't want to be eliminated. They don't want to leave this to a game 3. They're still fighting. Undying is picking up his shard for the Tombstone save. Let's go ahead and check items. Alright, so... Oh, I don't know why I tried to go to him. Storm Spirit... Sorry, not Storm Spirit. Mother Trucker. Storm on the Troll Warlord, because his name is confusing in the situation, is working on the Agility Blink. Ooh, and Axe tried to pick up the Jim and fed his courier. And the voice line's coming out. Storm Spirit is working on his Shivas. Forgot the name of the item. I just call it the snow armor. Warlock has Refresher. I don't know when he picked that up. Again, I should pay better attention to what is going on. Axe has the Arcane Blink. He is looking to spam these. Is this still lower cooldowns? It does not lower cooldowns, but he'll be blinking a lot. And that mana and health help a lot with Axe. Axe is, I don't know if most people know, Axe has a huge mana problem, and you gotta be very careful not to blink in, call, and then have no mana to do anything else. I forgot to look at the fight recap, but you know what, we can look and just see that graph swaying back down. That was a 95% chance not 3 minutes ago. It is now back down to 90%. And Troll Warlord has found him an Undying and is proving his name incorrect. He is the Dying this game. Tanoob sitting at the most deaths, the poor guy. Ugh, man, I have been there. I feel like you're just sitting waiting on respawn all game and you're not actually playing it. Dingoes are pinging out Roche, but Roche is spawning right now. Literally checked the pit, then walked away. Had only he stayed for one more
Radiant's middle
frame.
tower is about to be a pile of smoking rocks.
Alright, Dingoes want to clean up this top racks. Reliving old scars. They just lost all of their lives here, but you know what?
Tower is hanging on by a braid.
We're gonna finish this cleaning job. Weaver is shoving in that tier 2 really quickly.
Dyer's top barracks.
He's hitting hard now. That Chrysalis about to be a Daedalus. He's gonna go ahead and clean up this tier 2. And then he'll head back probably to the base to help his team defend again.
Radiant's middle tower is gone.
That also keeps the creeps out of the base. They can't push until creeps hit that high ground. Wait, what? How are they pushing? Where are the creeps? I don't understand this. Alright, Axis call on the Weaver. That is a huge target with the Yules up. We'll save the Weaver for now. Storm Spirit bring back, and he gets a triple for his Vortex. Rock has dropped. Refresher. Rock has dropped again. Storm ulted to get the Tide. That is 90 seconds. He's dead. I don't know when the Weaver died, but he died too. Troll Warlord is dropping, but you know what? This is middle racks. This is mega creeps. That is now mega creeps for the Dingoes. With Weaver dead for 90 seconds. Tide Hunter dead for 76 seconds. And GG is called. The Dingoes will take game 1. Good job, guys. And 2K is just... That's just bad-mouthing 2K. Come on, man. That's disrespectful. He's still going. He wants it. He got it. Absolutely savage. Wow. 27 cold. 27,000 net worth swing to the way of the Dingoes. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these ending stats. All right. Take a look at these net worths. That is a ton of fun. I always like looking at the stats after games. Like I said, Storm likes to hit creeps. That is so many creeps he's killed this game. Yeah, you can't ignore Storm for too long. You can't leave him alone in the jungle. He's just going to eat up every creep he can on the map and then just go with it. But there's going to be a brief intermission here before we start game 2, so I'll be back.